Hello and welcome to Division 5, Round 11. We're back from silly season. You are joined by myself, Edge, and you're also joined by the Kicksauber TP, my usual co-commentator, Mr. With Me Teeth. How are you doing today, sir?
Not too bad, mate. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. It's looking like a sunny day here in Azerbaijan, and it looks like we might be in for some good racing.
Yeah. If divisions 2 and 4 were anything to go by, then yeah, some good racing, but also quite a bit of carnage. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Hopefully we don't have too much carnage tonight. We are still waiting for the lobby to load up, and here we are. 18 minutes of qualifying now on its way. Obviously, it is a 50%er, so we do have a full qualifying. And I don't think, you may want to correct me on this, but do we have any people serving a quali ban tonight?
I can check just now, but I've got some information.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know it's very early. We might be in for some rain for the race.
Ooh, that would be good.
It is showing rain on some of their schedules, so
Ooh,
look forward to it.
that is interesting.
Looks like we do have a quali ban for Edza T Chef,
Who is not racing?
who isn't in. So
Well, as
no
usual,
quali bans.
I was going to say, as usual, Cross Eyes is the first one out. On a pair of softs.
Very early.
Very early, but
Very, very early.
if what you're saying there is rain for the race, qualifying may not matter. I mean, as we saw in Div 2, qualifying didn't matter.
Not at all.
So,
Or who was it? Jamie Wells
yes.
went from, I think it was P18 to P2,
P3.
P3, same thing.
It's podium, but yeah, no.
But
I get what you're saying.
but that was fully dry, and there were a couple of safety cars, but still an amazing drive for him. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit more chaotic. G'day, Dante.
Absolutely. Especially with the, I'm not going to say the quality of racing, because I feel like we actually do have some good quality at Div 5, but the pace of Div 2, whereas Div 5 is a very close division. So I imagine that we will see some carnage, we'll see some crashes, and I wouldn't be surprised in saying if we have more than 75% of the grid finishing, I'd be very happy with that. Which, if you think about that, that's 15.
Seems, yeah.
I reckon we're going to get a few
I could see that.
DNFs.
I could definitely see that. Guaranteed points. But yeah, that castle section's going to get a lot of people caught out. Hato and Yuki Bear both got caught out in qualifying. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen today, but we'll just have to see.
We can only hope, can't we? Now,
Hope to see another house out
obviously,
or a Mercedes, but
okay. I was going to say, there's a couple of things to focus on. I think the main thing is we are going to go back on board with Cross-Eyes, but I do want to point out Damino making the change from RB to Red Bull.
yeah.
Which is, I think this is his debut in the new Red Bull team alongside Matty AU. So it'd be very good to see how he does today. I don't think we had any more movement from this division, but we did have a couple of moves in Div 6 that have actually caused a couple of new drivers, especially in the... because Ados is brand new, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't on another team. And then JJ Gamer, reserving up in the RB tonight. I don't know if that's a signing or if that's a permanent.
Doesn't look permanent. I'm just going through them now.
Because I think the only move was Damiano to Red Bull in Div 5.
Well, actually, Gangster has been signed to Alpine now. He's replaced CSW Racing or XF Kodo.
Yep.
Which
So
I
this will be his
thought
debut
that
race
was
for the seat.
in the full-time seat, yeah.
Yeah. He's raced for us before. I think he raced in the Red Bull a couple of weeks ago at Australia. But he's proven enough to Terrence to be signed permanently.
I think that's a pretty good signing as well. Just watching the end of Crosseye's lap. He's out of deploy, but well over on battery. And it's
Almost,
not even in the 39s.
I'm about to say, very close to the 39s, in fact. Look at JJ Gamer. He'll be the
Got
next
JJ
across
Gamer.
the line, because 42-2. I think the next
So
will...
the times aren't looking too great at the moment, but we'll see. We've got
That's
the
ADOS.
two Williams of ADOS, and then behind him is Sick Party, who's reserving up.
Sick Party is on a lap, used all of his deploy. 40.3. Gets out of the way smartly there of China, though, who's a fellow Div 6 driver. So they'll know each other very well.
Yeah,
Next
and I'm
will be...
hoping ADOS sees it as well.
I'd say next will be Maddie. One of the namesays in Div 5 goes P3 with a 41.4 on mediums.
Oh, I'm just watching this China on a lap, and ADOS is right in front of him. It looks like he might get impeded if he doesn't get out of the way right here.
Gets out of the way
He
smartly.
does, but I'm not sure if he was in the way in the first sector. We have got China on a lap, and his teammate of Mime right in front of him. Might be trying to do that toe. We've also got Damino
P3,
in
bucking P4.
third now.
So no one able to break
Bucking
into
Bronco.
the 39s yet, but Bucking Bronco the first to break into the 40s on mediums. 0.6 faster than Maddie. Next set of lap will be China, so he'll be the next to set a lap. So I don't think the other guys will be on their lap based on how much battery we saw.
They're doing the toe. China, Mime.
They are doing the toe.
Mime's starting his lap. China's finishing it. He hasn't got too much deploy left. Hoping this doesn't hinder them too much. Goes to the inside. Mime goes to the outside. He got a little bit of a toe there. And now Mime's going to get the toe for the start of his lap. But again, it might be the exact same thing. He's going to have to overtake him up to the line. China goes P2, the Div 6 driver in Div 5 tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mime goes a little bit wide, but that looks pretty good.
Drifts
and drift.
First one in the 39s as well. That's a very good result from the Aston Martin there.
Definitely in the 39s. We've also got, I believe,
Maddie
starting his lap.
I'd say Maddie's starting his lap. Min-May's just coming around to Sector 1. TMT's gone purple Sector 1.
Oh, just seen ADOS almost spin. Come through, I think that's turn 3.
Give me a second.
Had someone join the comms box. Never mind.
Who was that? I think
Not too sure.
I think I know who that was. And I'm about to question.
I think I know. Yeah. Okay. I think I know from the profile picture, but all good.
Yeah. I think I might be getting a message soon.
We thinking of the same person?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Let's start with a D.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same person.
Yep. Not in this race. All right. We've got a couple of people finishing their laps now. Got TMT, who sets a 40.7. We've also got the Red Bull of Maddie, not Maddie, sorry. The V-Carb of JJ Gamer, I believe, is starting another lap. Then we got the two kicks. Mimez used all of his battery.
P5.
Goes P5. Still a really good lap.
Very good lap.
ADOS improves on his, I think it was a 147. So that is much better.
He's gone from a 147 to a 140.7.
We've got Matty finishing his time is at the moment 7/10 up. So looking like a good one. Oh, I think it was 7th. But on the mediums, though, that is pretty good from him. Let's see who else we've got. Got the two McLarens on track, but doesn't look like they're trying to do the toe. We've got Dynasty in the chat as well. Wonder if he could confirm that there is rain in this race.
Hello, Vrooms. How are you doing? I think what's interesting I've just noticed the McLarens are definitely not doing their toe. Because Cronendog's about to start a lap and SJ's just coming around castle section. Whereas the Mercedes are kind of trapped in with their meter on Matty at the moment. And then Gangster, we have not seen come out of the pits. So the Alpine's sitting in the pits at the moment, probably saving those softs and not wanting to come out until the track is warmed up a bit.
I just saw in the right coming into the castle section, Vettel hit the wall on his outlap, and he took the castle very, very cautiously. I'm not too sure if that's just because it's an outlap or what, but
let's have a look.
Already hitting the wall.
Damage. It could be the setup. That is a possibility. I know these Mercedes boys like to run low wing. So we have a yellow flag. That looks to be JJ Gamer slowing down and make sure he's out of the way of SJ, who is trying to get that toe. Probably feeling a little bit separated from Cronendog at the moment, as they have been very good at running the toe here this division as well. We'll just keep an eye out, because Cronendog will be the next to set a lap, it looks like. I think that is Tyler just coming down the main straight now. SJ's gone purple in Sector 1. But we have seen that a few times this weekend already. Cronendog has a lot of battery. Sitting on about 80% coming down the main straight.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He's got no deploy left, but a lot of battery. So that's a very common issue I've seen here.
Goes P3.
He's third fastest.
Only one driver so far to break the 39s, and it's Mr. Drift HSK in the Aston Martin. Lone ranging it tonight as well, so it's not like he's going to be able to get a tow or anything. So we'll keep an eye on SJ, who is running the red and I think purple helmet. Or is that pink? It is red.
It's definitely red. Yep.
Pink helmet.
Pink. It looks pink.
Running red and pink. SJ known for his changing of helmets. As he's used all of his deploy, goes P2, second driver to break into the 39s. So that is
SJ pretty high up compared to was it Miami? He got out in Q2, I think.
Yeah, just keep an eye as Vettel will be the next to cross the line. Just trying to stay out of the way of JJ Gamer, who I think has actually run out of fuel in a very dangerous
definitely
section.
Run out of fuel.
Yeah, in a very dangerous section.
Careful of Tyler, though.
Oh no, he's hugging the
wall. Way
nicely. That's good. Vettel goes P2.
Oh.
Whoa! Gangster's just crashed in the pit lane. He has no front wing. Tyler goes pole.
Whoa.
That is a huge lap.
Tenths.
A 39.4. That is huge.
I'm not too sure he had a toe either. I think he had a little one, but
he may have had a little one from the Red Bull, but that is nuts to go 4 tenths faster. But that is
exactly 4 tenths faster.
Oh, I don't know if Gangster's going to be able to set a lap. I'm trying to see how much time's left. 5 minutes. Oh, it's going to be close for Gangster.
He'll have to come in.
He has to. He will have to come in and come back out straight away. But let's keep an eye on MSG Overloaded. We do have an improvement there as well. So the gauntlet being thrown down by Mercedes, McLaren, and Aston, covering the tops, the 5. Thank you, Watanabe. We have been confirmed there is rain in the race.
Confirmation.
All right, sick.
Yeah, I'm a million miles ahead.
Is it heavy or is it light? That's the question I want to know. Because if it's light rain, we might see a mix of strategies. If it's heavy rain, wets. That is very close to castle section for MSG Overloaded. I got worried.
A lot of people going very slow.
Mixed.
A lot of people going very slow through the castle, so...
Yeah. Alright. It's getting very close.
Yeah, the rain in the race is going to make it very interesting.
The Alpine is making me stressed. I'm just watching this lap.
Good lap, though.
It's very good lap. He's getting very close to the walls. Just keep an eye.
Gangster's coming into the pits.
Gangster is
very slow.
Yeah. How much time is left? 4 minutes. He should be able to get out again. Just keeping the eye on the other Alpine. He'll be the last person to set a lap in these runs, and then we should see everyone coming out as the track's improving. 41.6.
He's going to need to improve.
I was about to say immediately beaten by, I think it was
Oh,
the Ferrari of Crazy Ferret.
I think that might be it for MSG Overloaded.
Yes, unless
He has
he
got no
enough,
fuel.
I'm about to say unless he has enough fuel to possibly get around again. That
Doesn't
would
look
be
like it.
it for MSG Overloaded.
So he'll have to do this lap and then a flying lap and have enough fuel for it, but he's flashing. So,
Ados goes P2.
whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm going to be honest, I did not see that coming.
I did not see him on a lap. That's my bad.
Me neither.
I was just paying attention to everything that's going on. He's out of fuel or he's slowed right down. That is very good work from Ados there, slowing all the way down, knowing that he is going to be running out of fuel. But we will see Cross Eyes and Chrome Dog already out, and TMT, and Crazy Ferret as well. So a few drivers already getting out because they're not sure that that's going to be enough. Sick Party's out. Gangster is out. No retirements yet in Q1.
Out on track. Out on track, he means.
Yeah. Well,
just to be sure.
Obviously.
Not out of quali. But
Hello, Yuki Bear.
Crazy Ferret. Hey, Yuki. Crazy Ferret might be in the same boat as MSG Overloaded. He's flashing on fuel and he'll have to start the lap now. He's got no time to come in and go back out again.
Let's keep an eye, because he could have fueled for one lap.
He's already flashing. So
it's a horrible idea, but we'll see. But he is holding back for that toe. We'll keep an eye on him.
That's confirmed that MSG Overloaded's now out of Q1.
He is coming to the pits. There is no time to recover. MSG Overloaded. Crazy Ferret is pitting. So that is it for the Ferrari. He's going to have to hope that Gangster, who has not set a time, does not beat a 41.2. But I think it's fair to say, unless we see a massive lap from THC Gaming, the top 10 are safe. I would imagine, well, Mercedes aren't going to come out again. Sorry, Tyler's not coming out, Drifts is not coming out, China's not coming out, Minmay's not coming out. So that confirms that Tyler and Drifts are definitely safe. Pretty much everyone up to P8 is safe, confirmed.
So everyone above Minmay is safe, and I'd even say that Minmay is safe as well.
Everyone above Minmay is safe. So the top 10. Ados has come into the pits. So he's actually pulled in. He knows he's safe.
He's in P2, so...
Yeah, he knows he's safe.
I'd say he's safe as well.
Cross-Eyes and Chrome Dog not feeling that confident, or are wanting to put down another lap. Do have a caution in Sector 2 that may have been a bit of contact for TMT there, who's in none and has no front wing damage, but is not doing another lap.
He might be able to.
Well, we're going to keep an eye on Gangster.
Just trying to see if he does have any minor damage. Doesn't look like it.
We're going to keep an eye on Gangster, and then we're going to switch to JJ Gaming, because those are going to be the two to watch. There could be a double Alpine, or it could be... I'm trying to think. So it could be a double Alpine and a RB, or it's going to be an Alpine, an RB, and a Ferrari, or basically, from the looks of it, there might be an RB going out.
It's possible.
If Gangster
he
improves.
should just make a lap, TMT, but JJ Game is up 8 tenths already in Sector 1.
So
sorry, 4 tenths.
JJ is going to improve. But there you go. That's the confirmation. MSG Overloaded is confirmed out. Crazy Ferret will be holding onto the edge of his seat, watching this lap from Gangster. Minmay would be also watching, hoping that no one else improves. China will be watching. Vettel drifts. Chrome Dog goes P5.
Good lap from him.
So that he brings he makes a Ferrari sandwich as Cross Eyes goes Matty goes P3.
Matty. Got Gangster finishing his lap.
Gangster goes
and
P8.
He's through.
That knocks out Crazy Ferret. We'll then go back down to THC Gamer. Can he knock out the TP? This is the question.
Finishing a lap right in front of him. But we will see TMT's backed off.
TMT
so
has
he's
backed
done.
Off. This is the question.
JJ Gamer.
Can JJ improve? Can he improve enough? 40.3 goes P13. If TMT has backed off, he might be knocked out. He needs to improve by 4 tenths to knock out Damino, which would be a horrible performance for Damino here, although he's going to be setting his own line. Then we
TMT's only 2/10 up.
We have Bucko,
It'll be
Bronco.
close. It'll be very, very close.
So Bronco will be the next to set a lap. Improves slightly, stays P10. Damino, can he knock him? Can he get out of this thing? He can. He goes P2. TMT, can he knock out the Minmay? He does!
Oh!
He knocks out Minmay. TMT goes P14. Kicks Albert out in Q1.
That must have been so close.
Probably doesn't mean anything. Because it's Q1. Oh, it's
1/1000th.
1/1000th. That is...
From JJ Gammon and Minmay.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, we're going to have to bring that up.
Have to.
Alright.
Have to.
Alright, so...
I'll get them in.
Confirmed out. The top 15 we will not mention, but Minmay, Crazy Ferrer, and MSG overloaded in the Alpine. Gangster doing really well under that pressure and getting P10. I think we'll also mention Damino on his Red Bull debut going P2 in Q1. We'll obviously see what they do in Q2 though. Can they improve? Can we see... You know what? I'm going to put down a challenge for everyone in Div 5. I want a 38. I reckon we can hit it.
38.
We got a 39.4. I reckon we can get a 38.
Okay. It's definitely possible.
I know my drivers.
Definitely possible.
Let's get a 38.
Just getting these drivers in.
I reckon it'll be a
the
McLaren.
comms box.
I reckon a McLaren goes 138. I don't think Tyler has it in him.
No, me neither. The Mercedes are washed, so...
Hey, yo, what? Who got knocked out in Q1?
That was unlucky. That was 1/1000th.
That was very
Alright,
unlucky.
getting these people in.
Alright. It looks like we already have our first person in, and that is MSG Overloaded. How are you doing today, sir?
Not too bad. A little tired being on the East Coast of the United States, but not too bad.
That's fair. How are you finding the track at Baku?
Not too bad. What we actually, the reason why we have a little bit off pace is we're actually set up for the race.
Ah, you're set up for the race, which we've heard might be mixed conditions. Do you wish to confirm or deny?
Yes, I can confirm.
You can confirm it is a wet sections of the race is probably the best way to say it.
Yep, when we were playing it safe for the wet sessions of the race, so we have to go a little bit more conservative setup for the wet.
That's fine. That's probably a smart thing to do because qualifying doesn't pay you points. But does obviously not getting into Q1, does that change sort of the thoughts of what's going on now? Or are you sort of like, that's fine?
I mean, that's honestly fine, especially with a rain race, because we don't know how it's gonna go, and we guarantee there's probably going to be a safety car, so it's kind of safe being in the back.
Yeah, smart. I think we've mentioned there will be a bit of chaos as well, so kind of hoping the commentator's curse is correct on this one, but I will pass you over to Whiff. But yeah, good luck in the race, man.
Thank you.
How's it going, mate?
Not too bad, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, just about the race. Are you sure? Like, do you know if it's going to be full wet or just a little bit of wet, or starting wet, going dry, or the other way around?
Well, we were looking at the forecast. It looks like it's going to start out wet, go a little bit dry towards the end of the race. That's why we have a little bit higher downforce. So I wasn't able to get the top speed, but I'm willing to play the long strategy. That's what we were working with.
Yeah, that's fair enough. There's a lot of going to be a lot of chaos in the wet, so
I'm honestly
expect
kind
some
of glad
safety cars.
I'm kind of glad I'm starting in the back, honestly.
Yeah, just take it very, very careful into turn one. That's a fan favorite corner for a lot of people. In terms of crashing, that is. So yeah, just take it very safe, and yeah, good luck in the race, mate.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you for joining us today, Lord Darth Taylor, or also known as MSG Overloaded. I think we will move on to the next person that we have in the comms box, which is your driver, Minmay.
Hello.
How do we start this off?
I really don't know. Hey, boys.
That's
I
very
really don't know.
unlucky. Very unlucky. 1/1000.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever felt more empty after anything before. I'm gutted right now. Absolutely, just stunned.
I might not help this.
Don't listen to him, man.
How does it feel? One, getting knocked out by your brother, and two, knowing that you were 1/1000th of staying in for your brother's driver.
Look, I mean, you know, there's a small part of me that's happy for him. You know, the RBs have had a very rough season, not as much in this division. And you know, my brother's kind of battered me around the park this season, in terms of quality and races from time to time. But yeah, no, what really gets me here is 1/1000. I think, yeah, you don't get much more brutal than that. Yeah, no, we thought we were pretty well locked in for Q2. I wouldn't have to waste another set or go out and burn through my used set. We were gonna save that for the start of of Q2, but yeah, no, not how it was planned out to be apparently.
Well, the good news is that obviously we've had it confirmed that it is a wet race. This
Partially so.
partially
Yes.
so. Well, as the Alpine said, it's starting off wet. Is this kind of like a reprieve now, being at the back, especially a track like this where it's ridiculously tight and there most likely will be a safety car? I think there's a 100% chance of a safety car in these races.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like the Division 4 race from yesterday, you know, I'm not 100% sure. You know, we've got a good group of guys here, and I would trust them all to race cleanly. But you know, at the same time, I don't know how many of these blokes would be prepared for the wet start of the race. And you know, I feel like starting at the back. As much as it's a bummer, it's also, you know, as a blessing, but also even more of a curse than just being towards the back. You know, it'd be worse off if I was in the mid pack for sure. That's probably the last place I'd rather be. But I know how far I could have been up. You know, it's a good thing. It should keep me away from some carnage at turn one, and if people are trying to make silly moves at the start of the race or what. But it's also a curse because if there is a pile up of anything at any stage during the race, then you know, unfortunately, there's a good chance that, you know, if I'm pushing, I might hit the back of them, and you know, get caught in something that I just literally cannot do anything about. So I've got my fingers crossed that they can race well. You know, I'm very much more than aware that I've got the pace and I think I showed it yesterday. You know, to climb up the ranks here. Um, just keep nose clean as per. Um, I think I should be on for a good result. Just got to keep it careful during the wet conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no. Look, you probably got saved in this, I'm going to say, because being P16 in Baku when it's wet, it's not going to be a fun race. Two, and I don't know if anyone remembers the Australia race after a week break, it is going to be chaos. So, being at the back, you're probably going to gain a few positions. So, look, it sucks obviously missing out by 1/10, but I'm just going to repeat what Whiff's probably going to say to you. Keep your head up, keep it locked in, and now you got more tyres for the dries if you need it. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Hey.
exactly. You got when that safety car comes out, and you're like, I'm gonna go into fresh softs, and everyone else here is gonna go into their Q2 used. You're gonna be cheering.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll think of it that way.
But yeah, I'll let you go, just so then you're not getting told off by Whiff in the comms box. But,
Yeah, I'm getting messages right
You
now.
won't get told off. No.
Yeah. But yeah,
No,
go on.
Let me talk to my driver, bro.
He's a lovely man.
Yeah, we know in Div 4, you did the Div 4 race, you've got a lot of race pace. So, yeah, no, you can make up from it. Even with the rear wing damage he had, still did really well. So, yeah, just take it safe into turn 1. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Hopefully points and maybe a driver of the day conversation at the end of the race will be beautiful. It'd be even better if it was another interview with you blokes. So, yeah.
Sounds like a
Oh,
plan.
good,
We'll
mate.
see you at the end of the race.
Exactly. Exactly what I was going to say.
Write it in the cards, yeah.
All right.
Hold me to it.
Right.
Done. If Minmay does not
Prediction in.
if Minmay does not get driver of the day, that's a sub. To TMT.
No, to me.
Okay,
So
cool.
he has to choose between driver of the day or a sub.
True.
So,
Done.
there you go. You're
Okay.
welcome.
Rightio, that sounds good, boys. Yeah, cheers for having me in. Unfortunate with the result, but yeah, no, heads up, and hopefully I can put on a show for you boys in the race.
That's all good. I would suggest jumping straight in to try to help China stay in Q3, I reckon.
Yep, sounds like a plan, eh?
All right. Good luck with the race, mate.
Cheers, boys.
Speaking of Q3,
All right.
we've seen some time starting to come in. Crosseyes has gone 39.5. Tyler's on a 39.5. Drift and Grondong have done the exact same time. Ados and Vettel were pretty close. Probably about 1 point or 0.12 seconds off. Sick Party and Damino and Maddie are all close. China, Gangster, TMT are all close. You got SJ, Bucking Bronco, and JJ. JJ, the only one to still be in the 141s, although this may change. No, it won't. He's about to start his lap. Nope, he's coming in. But
Yeah.
I think I might be wrong. I don't think we have the facilities for a 138.
Yeah. It's definitely doable, but
Ados might be able to
Yeah.
improve here, actually. I'll just
He's
keep an
3/10
eye on
up,
him.
so-
He is 3/10 up. About to use all of his deploy and his battery. Can he time it right, though? He does. Goes 39.524. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight on our hands.
Yeah.
But
With
that,
Ados, who...
that most likely will be Ados
Doesn't-
done as well.
True. Yeah.
Unless he can get quickly
But-
around. But then obviously, due to pit stops and everything, it won't let him.
Yeah, but he has gone first, so
He has gone
that's
first.
definitely...
Where the hell did that come from? We have
Good.
no idea, Crosseyes. I'll be completely honest with you.
That's what we were saying in Q1.
Yeah.
Exactly what we were saying.
We were shocked he got to P2 in Q1. It's less shocking now that he's in P1 and Q2.
Yeah. Remember, a lot of these people are probably on used tyres, so... Just have to see... Ados is going very slow.
I think what is interesting at the moment is, well, Bucking Bronco has actually just gotten back in. I didn't actually realise he had left.
Me neither.
No. That's fine. At least he was in the pits. I'm going to keep an eye on SJ here, because he is on a lap. And everyone is getting out of his way correctly, which is good. His teammates are a little bit ahead, so I imagine that they will try the toe here. To try to get SJ into the top 10.
Speaking of, I think the Williams might try and do the same. Ados is slowing down heaps.
Yeah.
And his teammate of Sick Party's right behind him, so they might try it as well.
The only
But,
thing is, the Sick Party is on an outlap. I think Ados has run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Ados has run out of fuel.
I don't think so. He's only about a quarter on the throttle and lifting, so definitely seems like he's waiting for his teammate. Look out for the McLaren.
Luckily, the McLaren is not
I
on
thought
a
that was
lap.
SJ. I thought that was SJ.
Luckily, the McLaren is not on a lap, but could that affect the toe? Because if that has affected the toe enough, that could be a problem. But SJ has just gone purple in sector 2. He's about 9/10 down on his time. That would put him P4 at the moment. With the toe that he is getting, it is a fat toe.
Whoa.
We'll see where he goes. This could be the first 38 we see. 39.4. That is good for the McLaren
But-
boys. And he's immediately
Oh,
cut into his
Crandog.
teammate. Oh, no, boys. What has
Yeah.
just happened there?
I think Krondog tried to turn it. Matty's retired.
Matty's retired.
He crashed.
That is a crash.
Trying to see it from the other Red Bull.
Eee. That is not a good sight to see.
Is he?
That is a front tire
That's a crash,
ripped.
right?
That is a crash.
Oh. Okay.
He had his that was his front tire ripped out. So what that will mean is Tyler is retired. Tyler is in the pits and has retired. So we're gonna start. Is that a mistake from Tyler though? Should he have retired?
I feel like with Matty, he may have just turned in a little bit too early on that left. Just clipped the wall
I think that is what
and
has
gone
happened.
flying.
Well, who's gonna be the next?
We've got a
settler?
McLaren. That's SJ.
Okay.
Stopped in the castle.
I think he's letting everyone through.
Yeah, but he won't be
No.
able to move here.
Nope, he is out of fuel. He's out of fuel and he's stopped. That is very dangerous for them. Oh, no, he's getting up there.
I think he's just trying to let everyone through.
That was a very slow getaway for SJ.
Got
Yeah, no,
Krondog
he's
coming
out
up
of
to the
fuel.
line now.
He's-
He's 2 tenths down.
He's definitely out of fuel, so ADOS and Cross-Eyes are done.
Krondog's 2 tenths down.
Crondog is 2 tenths down. That is not good.
Doesn't improve.
Does not improve. Goes P7. Gangster will be the next to cross the line. One of the surprises that came out of nowhere. Goes P9, knocking Matty out and Demino at the moment. Next across the line will be JJ Gamer. Can he improve? Goes P13. He's out. Sick Party goes P10. Bucking Bronco. No. Drift will be the next one to cross the line. Goes P1 with a 38. Yes! I told you. 38. 38.7. That is a nuts time. China will be next. Can a Kick Sauber make it into Q3? Will it be a Div 6 driver? It is P8. One more driver left. Who will it be? Vettel is very close to the line here. He's very close. Never mind.
It's 6
P2.
tenths up.
Never mind, P2.
Also got Damino.
Damino goes P8, knocking out Gangster. Who's it going to be? Bucking Bronco or China?
Bucking Broncos 8 tenths up.
Ooh, it's on it. He's on it. He needs to improve
Is-
by about 1.1. 1.1 and he's in.
Oh, it'll be very close. He doesn't have a toe. Burning all of his battery.
Oh!
P11. Bucking Broncos out and China is through.
That is big. Bucking Bronco, Gangster, Sick Party, Matty, and JJ Gamer. Those are some big names. Not necessarily from this division, especially with Sick Party being from Div 6. He's one of the bigger names in Div 6. But I think the shock here is TMT and P4.
Yeah, I
Where's-
honestly didn't even
Yeah.
see that.
Why are we not noticing drivers getting into high spots? But yeah. So that is Drift, Vettel, SJ, TMT, ADOS, Cross-Eyes, Tyler, Demino, Grondog, and China getting through to Q3. Very good performance there from Demino, beating his new teammate Matty, including Buck and Bronco, Gangster, Sick Party, Matty, and JJ, all being knocked out in Q2. Mid-pack, probably not where you want to be, especially for this track. Now I'm going to jump over to the race director, because I have a feeling... Yep, terminal damage. Tyler's were on old tyres. Thank you, Dynasty. You have me worried. Don't do that again. No more old tyres.
What about Drift then? He's half a second ahead of everyone. So,
True.
and his teammate Bucking Broncos just joined at the perfect time.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to get a couple of drivers in. We're going to keep these down to one question, because I think we're going to get a few. We'll start off with Bucking Bronco.
Hey, fellas.
How you doing?
Oh, a bit pissed off. I had a disconnection and I tried to get it back around, and I literally had... It said I didn't have enough time to get around, so I fanged it around and just missed out, so...
Yeah. Apologies about that. I didn't even know that you had left.
No, gave me a disconnection error. So anyway,
Okay, my bad. But yeah, no.
it is what it is.
Look, P11, obviously not probably where you wanted to start, but seeing the pace of Drift, does that kind of give you hope if you're on the same setup that you may have the pace to keep up with him?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm as quick as him, but my practice times weren't too far off him, so I just didn't. Yeah, I got a bit unlucky there with the disconnection, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's not really much to say other than you got
A bit
disconnected.
panicked in the last lap, and I had a crack, but
yeah. Well, the pace looked good from what we saw, especially in Q1. So I'm going to go off Q1 pace. But I'm going to pass you over to Whiff because we're keeping these to one question.
Thanks,
so
mate.
then we can go through these a little bit quicker.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, obviously with that disconnect, kind of putting you in the mud there. Apart from that, do you think that you've got good pace for the race and the rain, or
I
how's that going?
think I'll go right in the race. I thought my quali pace would be a lot better, but yeah, the rain will definitely throw some spanners in the works. So I think just try and keep it clean and see if I can get to the finish line and see where I end up.
Yeah, that's seems like the plan for everyone around here. But
Yeah.
yeah, good luck in the race, mate, and hope to
Thanks,
see you
mate.
after the race.
Good luck.
Alrighty. We will head over to one of the new drivers in Divival, one of the new permanent drivers. Firstly, I want to say congratulations on your seat, Gangster. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Nice to have this opportunity.
Obviously, it's your debut with Alpine.
Full
How-
time.
Yeah, I was about to say, debut with Alpine for full-time seat.
Yeah.
Obviously getting it in Q2. How have you set up for the race in terms of this one? Because obviously your teammate was knocked out in Q1. Has Terrence sort of directed you to go for more of a race approach in this case? Or is this just sort of where we were expecting in the beginning?
We are going through the according to the rain kind of stuff, and he gives me the setup for rainy track and about the Q2. I was pretty confident with my pace, but I lose time on turn 7 and 12. I don't know oversteer and what happened there. And like with the race, I will try to save my car in first couple of laps.
Yeah, fair enough. But I was about to say that's it from me. I'll pass you over to Whiff in case he's got any more questions. But yeah, thank you for giving us a bit of an update.
Thanks.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, everything going good.
Yeah, we saw you pretty high up in Q1 and Q2, and now it's kind of a shock to see you this far down now in Q2. You said that you're kind of going for the race. Do you think that there'll be quite a lot of safety cars, or what do you think's going to
Yeah,
happen there?
there will be a lot, like minimum 3. And I saw the yesterday race, and my teammate was out in first couple of laps. So I think there will be minimum 3 safety cars in this race too. And it's rainy too, so hard to manage the grip.
Yeah, that seems like the answer that everyone's gone for around here. But yeah, well, best of luck for the race, mate, and same with the others. Hope to see you after the race.
Thank you. Thanks.
Alright, so 7 minutes left of Q3. I don't think we have anyone else here at the moment. Just double checking. No, we do not. Alright, 6 minutes left. We've got our second driver in the 38s in Vettel. No times from the McLaren drivers yet, but SJ is on a lap. So we'll keep an eye on this one.
Crone Dog is still in the pits.
Yes, I have a feeling that Crone Dog has done all of his running on the softs, and he either is pitting for us. He's either messed up his lap, and he's like, I'm gonna go for a new set, or
It's just coming into the pits.
it's just coming into the pits. So they've obviously done a run on old tyres, realised it's not worth it, and are probably pitting to get the new tyres as Cross-Ice comes into the pits after setting his lap. So I'm assuming there's been an invalidation somewhere. That would be my guess. Is we have a yellow flag. That is for Vettel and Tyler.
Trying to do the toe, it looks like.
I don't know if it's a tow because Vettel's out of fuel. Tyler is out of fuel. So they're both out of fuel. I think they're just getting out of the way. Yeah, it looks like they're just getting out of the way.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Drift, it looks like. Who could be setting off for another lap. He's in hot lap.
Might just be racing back into the pits.
That is a possibility.
He doesn't have too much fuel.
Yeah.
We've also got China coming into the pits.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming into the pits now. We've got Damino on track, and it looks like on a lap.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Damino, who's 2.5 tenths up. He doesn't have a front wing, though. He's missing an end plate, so I imagine he will probably come back into the pits.
Yep, okay. Good spot.
Yeah.
Yep, so he would probably come into the pits. He can improve on that lap. He's only done a 40.8. So...
that castle section is going to be dicey.
Oh, yeah.
For any
Very
drivers
much.
who are currently racing or are racing tomorrow or Wednesday, please, please, please do not go too wide. Someone will end up in the wall and someone will be crying. And if you do it now, it's your fault.
In Div 4 last night, there was someone who went out around the outside of another driver. I can't remember who, but around the outside of the castle section. But it's important to mention that there was an AI. So
I'm mainly talking about the entrance. The
doesn't
rest of the
really
castle
count.
section, go for it. But that
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Bolts has just said in chat, Whiff, want to try it?
Yeah, well, we can do a little practice session, see how that goes. So,
Now,
but yeah, it's
gonna
very
quickly-
dangerous.
I'm going to quickly disappear for maybe like two seconds if you want to cover.
Yep.
I am just going to be sitting on... You know what? Give me a driver and we'll sit on them.
I think you know who I'm going to say.
Who? Not China.
That's not fair. Right, we'll go on
First
with,
one out,
is that TMT?
First one out.
Go with TMT.
Alright, I'll be back in a moment.
All right. We've also got Dynasty just admitting to ramming into other drivers if they try and go side by side through the castle section. But well, get used to that. It's always the Mercedes that do it. Now we have got TMT on an outlap at the moment. He is half a second behind Thailand P5. He has been quite quick in recent races, but he has been sort of towards the back as well. So we'll just have to wait and see what he does. We've also got the two McLarens coming out of the pits pretty early, so they might be trying to organise a bit of a tow. Both of them don't have a lap set yet, so we'll just have to see how they go. A lot of the drivers still in the pits. We've got ADOS coming out. It looks like a Haas coming out as well, but TMT is coming up to the straight to starter's lap. And I think, yep, we are on board with him. So, just coming through to starter's lap now. I'm just trying to yap. I've got no idea where Edge is. But we'll just have to wait and see. Got all the drivers coming out now. So hopefully no one gets in the way of TMT, who is once again just about to start his final lap, it looks like. He has left enough time to, if he makes a mistake, he can back off and go again, but he'll have to be pretty quick with that. Coming through turn 1 now, goes a bit wide. There's a little bit of a snap on the exit. Turn 2, he can cut that a lot more. Doesn't burn his battery, but opens DRS. Coming up to, I believe, it's turn 3. See how he takes this one. Breaks pretty early. Got to avoid that wall. It's very easy to hit that one. Just right careful with that curb. That is a very inconsistent curb. At this corner is super annoying. He's a 10th and a half up. And it looks like it's done pretty well so far. Still on 100% battery. Coming up to the castle section now. This right, you can cut by quite a bit. Now this section, very difficult to get right with one person, let alone two people in the race. Still on 100% battery, not burning. He's going to save it all for the final part of the lap. This left, you do want to mount the apex, but it looks like he doesn't, which is all right. Now the second left takes over really nicely. He's still got 90% battery. He's going to burn it all on this straight here. Got to be very careful of these walls, as it can be very easy to hit. Got Damino and Drift just starting their laps now. TMT, a lot of battery, but no deploy. So he's gone to hot lap right at the end, right at the start of his lap, and he improves by 5/10, but does not go up anywhere. Remember, he was about half a second behind of the person in front of him, so he might be a little bit annoyed at that. We've got a yellow flag. I think that's the Williams of Ados in the castle. He has backed off, so that's his last lap. Got the two McLarens. We've got SJ coming across the line, goes P3. We've also got Krondog in P10, out of deploy, goes P6.
It's a good lap from Krondog there. But the McLaren's not where they would have wanted to be, especially considering that we are going to have Cross Eyes, the next car to cross the line. Also, I'm
And
back,
I have
by the
also
way.
just spotted... No, really? I also have just spotted that the Mercedes are doing a tow.
Of course they are.
Um,
Classic Mercedes.
Darcy's put in... Watch the Mercs, we're coming in hot. Tyler's half a second up, so he looks like he's going to be in the 38s here.
Cross Eyes goes
Got
P3.
Crosseyes on third, Ados coming into the pits.
Ados can't improve.
Here's
a
the Mercedes.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Vettel goes 138.
There's one,
Alright.
there's two, yeah, it's...
Alright. Well, that's
Yeah,
boring.
right. We've got China coming through now, see where he goes.
Come on, China.
It does improve, but doesn't go up anywhere.
Drifts.
We've got...
Goes P1!
Whoa.
That's
Coming
an
in hot.
improvement.
Coming in hot.
Damino, P9.
Um,
TMT will be the last to set a lap. Can he improve? No, he can't.
Yeah. No, he's a second up. Second and a half down, sorry.
That is an improvement on a time.
With no toe.
That is
So-
huge with no toe.
Get him up. That's what I say.
Alright.
But yeah, the Mercedes, they did alright, I guess. P2 and P3, but it's all with a toe, so. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Drift, a 10th up on the Merc toe. I mean, Vettel's was without a toe, so I'll give him that credit. But that means
Yeah,
Vettel
just Vettel.
P2, Tyler P3, Ados P4, Crosseyes P5, SJ P6, Krondog P7, so it's a McLaren 3rd and 4th row. TMT in 8th, Damino in 9th, and China in P10, rounding it out. Ski has said, "Let's go Merc." None of that, please. We don't want any We don't want any Mercedes
No,
bias here.
no Merc.
No Merc.
No Merc.
No Merc. Only Aston. Only Aston, boys.
Yep. Merc can get in the mud.
Now, we have rain.
They're too good. I did tell you.
It is very.
gonna be wet.
It is very light. I can still see rubber.
Well,
If I see Inters here, I will be surprised.
Bronco.
Fucking Bronco has left the session.
I'll send him another invite.
Yeah, chuck an invite. That's one. So if we get 2 more disconnects in the next few laps, I will call a red flag. But I'm gonna keep a very close eye on it. It ain't happening again. I keep hitting my mic with my headset. I apologize.
Why are you so close?
I'm standing up because it is back
Fair enough.
and there is excitement, and I want to be able to talk into the mic if that makes sense.
Just like David Croft and Martin Brundle.
Yeah,
Trying to be like them.
absolutely, there, Brundle.
I don't want to be Brundle.
I don't want to be Crofty.
Actually, no, I'm the second. I'm the secondary com. So
I'm Chandok. It's
yeah, I guess. All right, Corinne, come on. Let's
Wait, no,
let's see
I'm.
how it
Wait,
goes.
hold up.
So you want to be Corinne Chandok?
No, I'm Ted Kravitz. We know this.
Okay. Well,
Hey, at least it's not Anthony
you're
Davidson.
the primary comms. So let's get off that and get onto the race then, no?
All right, let's have a look at the tires.
Just here we go.
Inters. All right, it is wet.
Chocker.
No jumps or anything. We've got a few people. It's a very slow start at the moment, but Ados already up into P3, challenging for P2, goes up the inside. Doesn't get the traction down though, loses the spot to Tyler. No incidents so far. Bucking Bronco has been able to join back, so we'll keep an eye on his car. No massive change.
There's a lot of contact at the back.
There's a lot of
A
contact.
lot of contact. There's trying to see if there's any damage. It looks like just trying to see. It looks like an Alpine hit about 3 people.
No big moves. JJ Gamer has left.
Gamer has left. I'll send him another one.
Yep. Just keep an eye on the back. There's always chaos here. Drifts is getting away. Vettel right behind him. Bucking Bronco gets the move done on China for P10.
Not done yet. They're still there.
Still side by side as we keep an eye. China
There's
gets
around
back
the
around.
outside,
Matty following
China, now
through,
to the
gets a bit of
inside.
contact. What is going on from Gangster? He's come out of
They're
nowhere.
3 wide.
They are 3 wide. And they've lost position to Sick Party as well. Matty does have a bit of damage there, it looks like. A bit of a front wing as Gangster will send it back up the inside of Sick Party. Sick Party will
Look
concede
behind
the
them.
position.
Look behind them. We've got MSG overloaded getting past JJ Gamer.
Whoa, MSG's hit the wall
Ooh.
twice there. Is that damage? No, not for the
It
Alpine.
looks-
He's escaped it.
Looks like he does have damage. He struggled to get around that corner, but yeah, no damage. Okay.
No damage. He did struggle to get around the corner, but that may have been just positioning. JJ Gamer's back in. Mid-May Crazy for not having the best of starts there. As we'll go through the grid. We have Drift leading P1, Vettel P2, Tyler P3, Ados P4, Crosslight P5, Chrome Dog and SJ P6, P7. So it just seems like a swap for the McLarens at the moment. TMT P8, Demeter P9, China P10, Bucking Bronco P11, Maddie P12, and is pushing to try to get in front of Bucking here. Gangster P13, Sick Party 14th, MSG Overload 16th, Bucking Bronco's gone again.
I'll
JJ
send
Gamer
him a second.
16th, Mid-May 17th, and Crazy Ferret 18th. Already 2 and 8 seconds off the pace. As they go for the move, Mid-May gets the move done, JJ thinks about the move on MSG, does not get the move done. We'll head back up to the top here. The top 3 have broken away more than a second of ADOS. As it is raining, there is no DRS here. So we'll just keep an eye out as we are going to start getting some groups forming of the top 3 and then all the way down to P10 from P4. So there's a 6-car train. Actually, no, I lie. There's a train down from P4 to P6 and then P7 down to P10. P11 and P12 are pretty close together. P13, P14 are close together. P15 down to P17 are all close. There is going to be some close racing here, and I hope that there's chaos as Ados has a little peek on Tyler there. Tyler will be playing rear gunner to
definitely
Vettel
look
here.
for it.
You'd
We
have
might be seeing that that SJ might kind of slow everyone down just so Crondog can get away.
I was about to say, we might see a few rear gunners here today. We've got Tyler.
JJ Gamer's got the
and
take control
gunner.
glitch.
I think TMT has a broken front wing. TMT has a broken front wing. Who does? Rocking.
JJ Gamer.
JJ Gamer. Okay,
So
I
just wanted to
will.
restart his game.
Yeah. I'll note that for the moment. Just keep an eye out. SJ has actually slowed down the pack to 1.4. With TMT having that broken front wing, it's actually going to get really easy as that looked really slidey there.
Yeah, they're going to be very careful through there. I have noticed a couple drivers actually braking for that first left on the straight, which you might just be able to get away with it as Gangster goes for it on Matty down the inside of turn 1. Matty tries to get the switchback, but doesn't get any traction.
Got a fight here for 16th, so out of the points with Crazy Ferret, JJ, and MSG overloaded. JJ actually got the move done on the straight. And then...
JJ Gamer's not in, I think.
No, he didn't. But he's not, but decent battle there. Have you sent Bronco an invite?
Sending him another one. He was offline, so there he is.
Minmay is kind of by himself in 15th. Obviously, Bronco is in AI mode, so he'll probably catch up to him pretty quickly. Sick Party is 3 seconds down on Maddie. It's hard to call anything at the moment because everyone is still going a little bit slowly through these corners and just trying to keep traction at the moment. But it's very interesting to see the group still forming. SJ2 typing the wall there as we go on board, but almost 2.5 seconds down on his teammate. You'd have to think he's either slowing them down or he just doesn't have the pace in the wet.
It could be a little bit of both. SJ might just be a little bit slow in the wet and then not letting anyone past, which just trying to play the team game.
I would say one
SJ
definitely
might
leads
just...
into the other. It's either he's got no pace and he's playing the team game, or he's playing the team game so he has no pace.
Playing the team game because he has no pace. That's
so, yeah,
what
you
I'm
think
thinking.
it's because he has no pace he's playing the team game. Wouldn't be the worst call.
We might have Vettel go for the move here through turn 1. Looks like Vettel has lower wings. He's looking for a dive but doesn't go for it.
Very smart from Vettel there. I reckon what
Tyler
the
and
Mercedes...
Ados are very close behind.
I was about to say, I think what the Mercedes move might be is to get Vettel and Tyler in front of Drifts. Because Drifts does not have anyone to play with at the moment because Bucking Bronco is down in 15th.
Yep, and he's actually hit the wall on the exit of turn 1 with his rear.
Who has?
Bucking Bronco.
Ah, gotcha. Sorry, I thought you were talking about
He's
Vettel.
done it again. No, he's done it again through turn 2.
He's a little bit bloody.
Just a little bit. But yeah, the Mercedes in a really good spot at the moment. But you also might say that the McLarens are in a good spot, even though there's a massive gap. Because if that gap keeps getting bigger, they won't get held up in the pits as DRS is enabled.
You're kidding, right?
No.
Alright.
DRS has been enabled.
Here we go. The fun begins.
It's very clearly raining, but... Alright, guess we'll see how that goes.
Alright. As mentioned, the fun begins now. Let's actually get a prediction up, because I think that it's going to happen, and I want to give someone points.
I think I know what the prediction might be. SJ has brought down that gap to his teammate. It's at 2.4 now. But yeah, it's just getting bigger now.
Yeah, it's 2.5.
The track is looking a little bit quicker. He's 0.2 up on his PB. So it's definitely getting quicker.
Alright, I'm going to start this as soon as Vettel goes for the move, and Tyler goes for the move.
And Tyler.
Drift
We've got some people in the pits as well.
Drift and Ados have pit.
Oh, Gangsters across the pit entry.
I did not see it, so...
So is Sick Party.
Whoa, Maddie's overtaken under pit lane. And Gangster sped. Whoa, okay. That's interesting from Maddie. That's not allowed.
Can't do that.
You can't overtake
He's
under
getting
pit
a
lane.
wing change as well.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Someone might want to let Red Bull know because you can't do that.
Yeah.
Interesting. But we are seeing the hards come out.
Oh, someone spun.
Oh,
Bucking Bronco. He spun in the pit exit. And
it is definitely not hards. It is
back to the track.
The rain has stopped, but it definitely does not look like hards at the moment based on that. He's not getting the traction down.
Like it. But the Mercedes, they might be in a bit of a bad spot here.
Well, what's the gap? Let's have a look. We go leader. It is a 20-second gap to drift. We're going to keep an eye on the gap to drift at the moment. We'll see if it comes down. Looks like it's staying the same at the moment, so we're definitely at that midway point. But Krondog is 1.5 behind Tyler, who may actually start backing up a little bit and just trying to stay in that DRS. Krondog is actually not 1.5, he's 5/10, sorry. My bad. But Tyler will want to try to get in that DRS zone. You'd have to think that Vettel would actually... Yep, there it is.
Ooh.
He slows down a bit just to let Tyler back in. Now that Tyler's back in, I think we see Vettel come in, and we may see Krondog. Vettel is in. Krondog is in. Cross Eyes is
I think
in.
we've just seen Maddie overtake Sick Party in the castle. Which it's very interesting.
It is very interesting.
We see China come into the pits as well as China gets a 10.
Second. Not many people bidding on that prediction, by the way.
No, I'm the only one.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, alright, looks like I can need another one in a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dry runners might get a little bit of an undercut as well. Crazy Ferrets come into the pits as well. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, I think. As
So if we go back to interval, whoa, Matty, that's a big hit on the wall there.
we've got people going side by side. I think Drift has had a bit of a moment.
Ados and Krondog
Not too
and
sure who
Cross Eyes
wins.
all side by side. For P4.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's very close. That's very
Bumps
close.
his way past
Very
Cross Eyes.
close.
Cross Eyes looks to go for it as well.
Some very interesting driving there from the drivers. Ados obviously pitting a lap earlier with Drift.
It's going to be close.
Oh no, guys.
Cross Eyes and Ados. Okay.
We got panicked for a second.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like we're good.
Yes, we did.
They're getting very close to that pit wall.
Tyler's actually broken away from Vettel. So it looks like Vettel and Drift might have had a little bit of a coming together.
Well,
I did see the Drift was a little bit slow coming out of one of the corners. So
Drift has actually fallen back from Vettel. So Vettel is now 1.4 seconds clear. Tyler will come into the pit, so we'll keep an eye on where he comes out. Very quick pit entry for him. Vettel speeding down the pit lane. I reckon Tyler's going to come out just behind Drift, but in front of Krondog. So we'll keep an eye. Has Vettel played the team game, maybe? And actually, this is going to be close. This is going to be very close.
Yeah.
Tyler's come out.
I think Tyler's
got it. Tyler is in front of Vettel. And that's a huge margin.
It is.
Has Vettel played the team game there, maybe? And actually slowing Drifts down enough. Because Drift's out of DRS, right? Still need an invite. Can you send an invite to JJ, please?
Yep, send him another one.
Yeah.
That's the second one, Tim.
MSG's on mediums.
He won't be able to go the whole way.
No.
Got Maddie and TMT going side by side. I think TMT's had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Lost a second and a half.
MSG
overloaded. Whoa.
Very
Went
close.
a little bit deep. Just gets past Crazy Ferret. Trying to see these gaps. It looks like Krondog and Cross Eyes is the closest gap on track at the moment.
It actually
With
would be
about
Demino
4
and
separating
Ados.
them.
It's actually the battle for P6 at the moment that is following the battle for P4.
Just this whole train.
Yeah,
really.
this whole train. Ados is in DRS of Krondog, so he'll be hoping to pull back up. SJ not benefiting from playing the team game though with Krondog, as Damino and Ados have actually slipped back behind Krondog and have separated.
Damino's hit the wall, and so is Ados.
Oh, that looked interesting.
Looks like Damino's going for it.
No damage
Down
to
the
either
inside. Can he get it done? He squeezes him.
That
and
was
that's
not
damage to Ados.
That was
That's
not
a
enough
massive squeeze.
Yeah, that was not enough for him. So that'll be noted.
Yep.
I'll chuck it in the chat. It's fine.
Yep.
Just have to give me a second as Vettel sets the fastest time.
Krondog gets past Cross Eyes. Ados going for it on Damino again. And this time he leaves well enough space. On the outside there. Can he try and get him back? SJ is right behind this fight. He might be looking for it as well.
Right back in.
And China's also just barely sniffing that DRS as Damino's going for it. Down the inside. Ados backs out. SJ looks to go for it as well. But just hits the back of Ados.
I think Ados needs to come in and pit quickly because he's going to lose a lot of time on that broken front wing.
And it has also brought China into it as well. So we'll definitely watch this fight. I think
How-
Crosseyes has just cut the corner there.
I didn't notice it. We can have a look at the warnings.
There's
He has
probably
tapped the
a
rear
warning.
there. But I'd say most likely it's a warning. Well, I guess that's it. Take control glitch again. I swear I only get this glitch in these league races. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah. You can keep not leaving, sorry, just closing your game and then trying to get back in. But yeah, you will receive a point for that.
There you go. So that's been noted.
Yeah.
Vettel. Oh my
Ados-
goodness. I've just noticed the Mercedes are towing each other. Alright, well, we're not focusing on the top one. We're not focusing on the top two anymore. Drift has left the
And
session.
Mercedes.
That's not good. JJ's left.
JJ game is left. That's still 2.
That is
This
still
bucking
two,
Bronco
but
is
I
in,
know what
I believe.
I know what JJ's one is. He's takeover glitch. That's not a disconnection of the lobby.
Yeah.
That's a disconnection of game. So it's still 1.
Drift is not online, so he'll have to get online. Matty gets past Minmeh. And
Yes, he does.
goes a little bit deep. Almost taps the wall.
It's within 5 laps. Yeah, no, it is. So it's 1, and then they've got until lap 14, and then drift doesn't count anymore.
Yep.
I know
Speaking
my rules.
Speaking of 5 laps, that prediction should be coming to a close soon.
I deleted it.
Unless it,
You were the only one who bet on it, so I deleted it.
do I get my points back?
Yes.
Good. Might have to put another one in as Crazy Ferret's in the pits, but Ados has stayed out. He has let SJ pass. SJ is catching the DRS of Damino.
Marzi, no, he
China's
is
still
not.
on.
He just disconnected. We're trying to get him back in, but he's not appearing online. And the problem is with Drift, when he doesn't appear online, he doesn't appear. So we're just trying to see if we can get him back online, so then he doesn't lose too much positioning.
Just looking through my offline friends as well.
So Whiff is on that, mainly because I am on main comms. I am
Says I don't even have him added, so
Okay, I'm gonna give it a go then now quickly.
yep. But yes, Drift is AI. We've got Crosseyes going for it on Drift's AI through the squiggly section at the start of the straight. Krondog hits the wall and Drift. So horrible timing. But
I'm gonna not do that then, because if there's something happening, then. But yeah, no, I would love to invite him Dynasty, but again, he doesn't appear when he's not online. It is not fun.
whoa, got Damino send again on Drift's AI. China gets past Ados. Ados has spun, and it looks like that was all on his own. That's an unsafe rejoin.
I didn't catch it.
Oh.
Can you clip that for me at all?
He is still reversing
okay.
and driving forward on the track, but
Just while you're doing that, I am trying to invite Drift. As I've mentioned,
he's not there at all.
online, so we can't invite him. So I get it. Thanks Watanabe, thanks Sammy, thanks Dynasty, thanks Marzi. If he's not online, I can't invite him. This is EA. Dude, I'm trying to, because he's lost out on P3. He had a 2-second gap. I am annoyed as well for him. I'm trying to do my best. So there's so much we can do because of this game.
He might be coming up as a different name on EA. So if
No,
anyone
he
has
comes up
his
as Drift.
EA,
He's in.
He's in.
Alright. He's back
fucking
in.
Bronco and Ados are going side by side.
If I could throw a safety car, I would. Because that's bullshit.
It's looking pretty likely here. Again, the closest battle is China and Drift. China looking for it on Drift's AI. Not too sure if he's still AI. It looks like it. But he might just try and stay behind, get the DRS down the straight. No, it looks like he's going for it straight away, which is probably the smarter move. Gangster's also in the DRS here. But SJ has lost DRS to
I'm going to
Damino.
keep an eye on Damino, because he does have the DRS on Krondog, who doesn't have it on Crosseyes.
And Crosseyes still gets the fastest lap. So he's really just tried to pull away there.
Yeah, absolutely. He has actually lost the DRS. He's actually got back in the DRS, and Damino has lost the DRS, it looks like. Yeah, Damino's lost DRS, and Krondog has got his DRS back, so he's going to try to push away from Damino here.
Mime gets past Sick Party. It looks like Drifts is back in.
Drift is
so
back in.
that's good. Like back in control of his car, I mean.
Okay, good.
But it looks like Gangster. thinks about sending it on drift. And-
Ados has come into the pits. MSG Overloaded and JJ going side by side down the main straight. Both overtake Ados, who has pit. Going onto the mediums, probably a smart call from now. What gangster, that is very close to Drift's rear end there. Drift is retired.
Oh, he's retired.
Alright, Drift gets a point for that. That is shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that is super unlucky for him. So he will get 1 point, which could have been a lot more. And should have been a lot more. Just looking through Minmay. Oh, this is going to get spicy. Minmay's right on the back of TMT.
I do want to point out, no safety car.
Not yet.
The brother fight. The fight of brothers.
I'm not too sure if I'm lagging or is that the lobby or it might just be me.
I think it might be you, unless who are you looking at?
Everyone. Tyler's pit.
Tyler has pit. Why is Tyler pit?
Damage.
Maybe such as jump over. Yep, damage.
Doesn't
Front wing.
it does, yeah. So that's not too good for him at all.
The good thing is it's left the middle. He swung into a wall. Okay, thanks, Dynasty. I'm sure he'll be yelled at by someone. Hello, Duggar. How are you? But Tyler on those mediums, he could cook. We did see the pace on the inters and on the hards. We could see the pace. I'm doing alright today. Watching some brilliant racing here at Rush Division 5. Thank you to our sponsors of Synlab, Pagnian, AI369, and for our New Zealand spectators only. Thank you to Speed Nation as well. 14 laps. Yeah, they would be, but this is probably where you're looking at sort of switching. So it's not a bad idea to switch over. Remembering it was wet at the start of the race, so the track has rubbered in a fair bit. And I imagine that the hards are going to be dead by the end of the race as well. Yeah.
I think it was Cooper the bot in Div 4. He did pretty close to, I think about 14 laps. 14 to 18 laps as Thunderbolts had put in.
I was about to say, Ryder did 18 laps on them the other day. So
I need whatever setup Ryder Bomb is running. He was rapid.
Yeah. Who's the second person to come? So you would have myself, Edge, and you
With
have
Matif, mate. With Matif. Scout on.
Man, the myth, the legend. Sorry, the man, the whiff, the
and the
legend.
kick TP. Okay.
He sounds hot. Alright.
You are hot. What? Alright. We've got Minmay right on the back of TMT now. Tyler gets past Sick Party in the DRS.
Oh, it's okay.
Very early.
What's that? Yeah,
Yeah,
Drift,
and
it is
then rang a few
unfortunate.
bells. Tyler looks to go for it on Minmay, but doesn't go for it.
He needs to get the move on. He
Minmay-
taps Minmay there.
Oof.
Minmay, I think, switched into none mode there to actually... Yeah, he's not in overtake at all, so I think he's going to let Tyler through and try to follow him through, as he's not going to be under threat from Sick Party there. Hey guys, the Brit is back.
He might
Hi
just.
Ash!
Hey, Big Ash.
How you doing? Yeah, no, Drift.
Minmay
You
might
do
just-
get a point for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Every second year is... I want to say we just... every even number game.
I mean,
2020...
23 wasn't too great either.
I was
so-
going to say 2020 was good. 2022, nah. I think that's where it started. It was.
Yeah.
It's definitely the year. My main's working again. Yeah. Hello, Kaki.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I think I'm lagging quite a bit. Minmay's just straight line the castle, but that's on my end. Minmay might just be hoping that Tyler takes out his brother of TMT.
Well, yeah,
just trying to
I
get
think-
back at him.
I think there's a couple of things here going on. I think Minmay is probably wanting to follow Tyler through on the overtake from TMT, who is 6 seconds down on Maddie. But I also think that Tyler's going to try to just get past TMT in a moment that he'll just be able to floor it away.
I think I've just disconnected.
That's fine. Tyler has just made the move to P9. Minmay is nowhere to be seen. Whiff has left the session. Alright.
There it is.
Whiff, can you send yourself an invite, please?
Yeah, all good, gotcha.
Thank you.
Restart my game.
Yeah, I sent you one.
Just
I did notice that TMT was a little bit low on fuel. His light was flashing yellow,
he
so
is on yellow fuel. Anyone else on yellow fuel?
I think that was
No
it.
one else. It is just TMT. So TMT is running lower fuel than expected, but Minmay is right on the back of him. And we also have Crone Dog right on the back of Cross Eyes. They've actually gained a bit on Tyler there, or Vettel, sorry. So I imagine they might be DRS swapping to try to catch up, because they've broken away from Demino. It's now a 3-second gap, but they might be trying to catch Vettel here. As you can see, they're both on 100% battery. Everyone is on a high battery here, including SJ. The lowest battery we have in the top 6 is China, who's on 54. Everyone else is on 100.
Ditto, it's within 5 laps. So
yeah, I was about to say, we have had 3 DC, but it's within 5 laps. So, actually, what is... I should probably look this up. What is the ruling now if there is a red flag? Just so then I know.
I can look for you.
If you could, that'd be awesome.
Yep. You just focus on the race, my boy. Alright.
We have a caution in Sector 2. That is MSG Overloaded is out of the race at the castle section.
Oh, is that a safety car?
Oh my goodness, that is middle of the track. It is not... How is that not a safety car? I'm sorry.
I've just seen that on the stream. How is that?
How is that not a safety car? Excuse
Did
me?
you turn them on?
Safety cars are on. Tyler has just set the fastest lap. Which is very interesting because he's in P9. He's trying to catch Maddie here. Minmay has gotten the move done on TMT, but not gotten enough away to break the DRS.
Go on, Minmay. Go.
Sick Party's right behind them as well on the lowest battery at 20. TMT has been saving battery. Minmay is burning. Stays in front of his brother into the tight twisty section of Sector 1. Just keep an eye on this cross-eyes Crone Dog battle. They are gaining on Vettel. It is not turned off. I can double check that. Rules and flags. It is on. It is on standard.
My game's saying that I've failed to connect to PlayFab, so that's
okay, cool.
That's great. I don't know what that is, but
I don't know why, but the servers hate us on Monday. It's really frustrating. TMT's crashed, and safety car.
Is that a safety car?
That is the same crash as MSG Overloaded.
Whoa.
That is the
How was that one a safety car?
Crash. And that one's a safety car. What is this game? Why?
Very consistent. Very, very consistent.
Vettel's gonna pit. I imagine Cross-Eyes will pit. I imagine Crone Dog will pit. That's not a safe pit entry, Crone Dog. Neither is that Camino.
The pit entry.
That is Crone Dog.
That's a lot of.
That is China. That is Gangster. That is Maddie. That is Tyler. I need to get clarification on where the line is, because I've seen like 5 people cut it. Sick Party's gone. Fucking Bronco's gone. Where is the pit entry? Can someone answer me this? That is all crossed. Yep, thanks, Bolts.
There's a lot, Bolts.
Yeah. Just put lap 15 noted. I'm gonna raise
15,
that.
That might just be lap 14 actually, because I think they were on lap 14.
It is fine. Just put safety car.
Lap 14, 15.
Lap 14,
safety
15.
car.
That is ADOS.
Pit. You know what I mean?
Yep. I think I've seen.
Noted.
I think I've seen 2 people that haven't crossed the pit lane entry.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a small penalty, but it is a penalty.
The way that the racing line, if you have the racing line on and you do the pit this lap.
I think I caught everyone but 2 people. I do want to point out, Cross-Eyes and Crone Dog have actually
overtaken Vettel.
Overtaken Vettel, yeah.
So Vettel might have had damage then.
That is a possibility. No, and he didn't even pit, so I didn't cross it. That is true, JJ. That is very true.
Actually, it would have.
Yeah.
Because
enough damage,
when you do the when you do the box this lap thing, then the racing line goes over the pit entry line, so it would have. Report it. Get him gone. I'm joking.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh no, he didn't pit. Okay, never mind.
No, he didn't pit.
I'm saying stuff.
Dynasty, can I get clarification from yourself? What is the pit entry? Because I need clarification for this, because a lot of people were not taking the pit entry that I think it is. And if it is, there's going to be a lot of pens, and no one is going to be happy. I'm only chucking in one report, if it's true. Is that line pit entry? I need to know. If that line is pit entry, everyone except for like 2 or 3 drivers are penned. And at that point, with this much time left, it's dependent. And before anyone says bias, I'm reporting my own team.
As you should.
Maddie's just overtaken the stick party under safety car? Can you check that?
I can. Looks like Sick Party wants to try and get past. I'm just looking back through the stream. Doesn't look like it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna try to reach out to a
Party was
to find out if I can get it.
behind. No, Matty was ahead, so that's all good. I'm still just trying to get rid of this communicating with online services error. My game has just crashed, so...
Nice. Maddie,
Love this game.
Thank you.
Love this game. I've just noticed ADOS is on softs.
Yes, that is very interesting actually. Sorry, if Kern wins 10 subs, alright. Panic. I have a bad news. He crossed pit lane. So he might not win.
Oh my god, my game is working.
I can't remember the drivers that cross pit lane, so I'm gonna interview whoever finishes in the top 10 or the top 3. However, there are pens coming for a few drivers if what I think is pit lane is pit lane. And I'm seeking clarification at the moment. Because if it is not, then it is not noted, we'll move on. In-game win. Yeah, sure. He can have the in-game win.
Alright, I'm back in.
Nice.
Alright. Has anything happened while I've been gone? Apart from the safety car.
Apart from the safety car and people crossing the pit lane, not much.
It has allowed some people to serve their 10 seconds though, which is good.
Yeah. They all crossed it. Yeah. Well, this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Because depending on where they call pit lane, will depend on certain things. Now, pretty much every driver has crossed it, so it's basically a void thing, except for maybe 2. But if you haven't crossed it, and there is 1 lap to go, and everyone is within 3 seconds or 5 seconds, or however much it is for crossing the pit lane, there is a potential you could win your first race.
Yeah. So you might be even in P15 and within 3 seconds of P1, if everyone else has crossed the pit entry, then you could win. Which is crazy to think about, but we are just getting some clarification on that.
Yeah, because realistically, if you look at the pit line, it begins where that white line is. However, this is Baku, and that is a straight. Safety car breeds safety cars. That is very true. Both McLarens on podium, 15 subs to rush. That is a possibility. Panic.
All right. Give me one.
Unfortunately, I won't get one, but you know that's fine. Safety car is in this lap. 8 laps to go. Yeah.
Do we want to have a prediction up? Will we see a safety car? Another safety car.
Yeah, we can do one. Just give me a second. I'll set it up.
I can't because I'm not mod.
I said, give me a second. I'll set it up.
I know. I was saying that I can't. This might.
Done.
Use your ears.
There you go.
All right.
Get the popcorn ready.
I want points.
We have 8 laps to go. And we have a new driver leading the race. These are the first laps led by McLaren in this race. This is the first time we've not had a Mercedes run Aston lead the race. This is going to get spicy. Where does he go?
Yes, it is.
Does he go late? Does he go early? So that would be pit lane, by the way. So all of this white line, if you cut it, it's a penalty. He's gone.
He has.
Gangster overtakes JJ before the line.
And it looks like Damino and Vettel are going side by side.
Vettel will keep the position.
Or there's contact. Contact behind, it looks like.
A lot of
unless I'm still lagging.
Between China and... Oh. Tyler gets past SJ.
Oh, Ados has spun.
And Ados has spun. Not a safety car, though. Not a virtual either.
No.
Virtuals don't count, by the way. We're talking about full safety car. Just to clarify. Full safety car.
Gangster gets past China. No, China's still in for it. And there's Damino spun.
Did he hit the wall, though? Is that damage?
Not a safety car.
Not a safety car.
There's still quite a bit of damage for everyone, so...
that is damage as well for Damino.
There's a lot of damage. I think Minma's got damage as well. Right on the back of Gangster there.
Everyone go through slowly. Everyone creeping through castle section. Obviously going to be deadly for a few people. But Damino's debut has gone from great to in the shitter at the moment. He's still getting points. Everyone is guaranteed points if they finish. But this is not the result that Damino would have wanted. Krondog almost breaking away from Crosseyes already.
The top 3 breaking away from Tyler.
I wouldn't...
And Vettel.
I wouldn't say breaking away, but yes, they are very much...
They definitely are.
There are big gaps.
They're already over a second, so...
Well, we'll see coming into this one, as we do see Crosseyes is on very low fuel. Vettel's back within a second. Sick Party, Bucking Bronco, and Matty 3 wide.
Oh.
Sick Party losing out on that battle. Bucking Bronco going up to 6th. Matty going to 7th. Sick Party in 8th.
Oh.
China in 9th. Matty gets overtaken
gets past
by
Crazy
Sick Party.
Ferret. Ados gets past Damino. Damino stayed out.
A lot of moves happening at the moment. It is very hard to... This race, this is the second race. This is not a normal race. China getting past Matty. Matty almost conceding the position, going into none to try to save some battery there. Especially with Bucking Bronco being a none. 2.4 seconds away. The top 5 have broken away. Krondog is out of DRS at the moment of Crosseyes. So Vettel and Tyler will be wanting to get past Crosseyes to at least recoup the 1-2 that they were holding previously. As I've just seen, Vettel has number 62. I am now disgusted. Anyway, moving on. SJ is out of DRS of Tyler. So the Mercedes, sorry, I keep saying McLaren. The Mercedes will want to be trying to catch up to Crosseyes here, who has almost kind of not let Krondog escape, but Krondog is kind of dictating this race at the moment. The sun is out. The tires are warm. Ados gets past JJ.
Oh, still
and
there.
So does Damino. That's a wall.
Safety car.
That's not. There it is.
There it is. There it is.
That is Damino getting taken out by an AI.
Oh, that's right.
I think we're gonna have to note that.
I'd say so, but
I don't know who's at
Ados. Ados got a drive-through.
Ados got a drive-through for speeding. Okay.
Yeah.
No one pits.
Crazy Ferret has crossed the pit entry.
Crazy Ferret and
looks like Ados is going to.
Crazy Ferret and Ados did mid-May? Be honest with me.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see.
Okay.
I'd only gone from ADOS up, so did not see. He doesn't change his wing, so he didn't have damage, but he is on softs. Same with Crazy Ferret and ADOS.
Thunderbolt just
ADOS
said lol.
didn't fix his wing.
And JG said, of course my AI causes that. I wouldn't be so sure that your AI caused that.
He's crossed the pit exit.
Who?
ADOS, well and truly.
Has he?
Well and truly. He cut over the red and white curb.
Let's have a look. All these warnings. Yep. It's right there. Cross the
Definitely.
pit lane, exit white line. Alright, cool. That is a slam dunk penalty for ADOS then. I
Yeah.
lost $20,000.
Another 3 second.
I lost $20,000 because of AI. To be fair, it was kind of squeezed into the wall. That was unnecessary. Yeah, it was. Big Ash is not happy. That's 20k gone because of that. Is that still
Go
up?
big or go home. It's what the prediction?
Yeah. No, it's not. It's there. Oh, driver of the day.
I think it's
We're
ended.
gonna talk about that.
Oh.
Let's have a look. There's a couple here.
There is definitely a couple.
So, Crone Dog, Bronco, Sick Party, Maddie. Those are my 4.
I would say Bronco. He was on AI for quite a while as well, so
That is true.
he's made his way through the field very well.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know who Cron Dog is and Crump Dog. So I can't give it to Cron Dog and I can't give it to Crump Dog either. So we've got one vote for Cross Eyes, and that's from Barnsey, who has actually done very well, I will point out. Cron Dog for sure P1. As I mentioned, I can't give it to Cron Dog Panic.
You can give it to Crone Dog.
Ah, there we go. We've got a vote for Cron Dog from Big Ash. Honestly, Crom Dog for sure. Hashtag Radelaide. Okay. I now get the Crom.
You get evidence. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Panic is now voted for Cron Dog.
Not Crone Dog.
I think I'm going to give it to ADOS. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No.
Fair enough.
I think I'm happy to
He
say.
still said that drive through.
See, the thing is, I would say Crone Dog for P6. Crumb Dog for me, I reckon. How many different versions of Crone Dog can we get? That's going to be the next prediction.
I'm thinking of one, but I'm not going to put that in. But yeah,
Crump Dog. You are going down, Edge. What did I do? Whiff Dog, no. What did you say?
I just said I can think of a name, but I'm not going to put that in.
Oh my god.
Because yeah, okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go with. I think my vote would have to go towards Crone Dog. Underdog. Yep.
Yeah.
His performance has been very good. I would like to mention that he is P1 because of the Mercedes.
Bottle.
Not necessarily saying bottling it, but getting damage. Edgy Dog.
Because they bottled it.
Okay, sure, they bottled it for the moment. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Crone Dog
We'll
is definitely
have
in
to-
for a shout.
Can you make a
I can make a poll.
poll for that one?
Who are you putting in?
I'll do Bronco. We'll see who the chat says.
Let's get a poll.
So you're going to choose Crone Dog, who has got into P1 and then just kind of driven away in that stint, or Bucking Bronco, who was AI for a lot of it and made his way back through the field.
Let's chuck a few in.
They do seem behind the dog, but guess we'll see when the dog goes on the safety car restart.
Alright, we're going to chuck a few in. There's 3 there. So we've got Crone Dog,
Alright.
we've got Cross Eyes, and we've got Bucking Bronco.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Crom Dog. He's gone.
Up
And
the Crom.
A10's already. Count the pause.
Alright, relax.
But we've got Gangster getting past Maddie. It looked like that was before the line. It looks like he got an illegal as well. So he's given that back.
Gonna give that place
We've got
back.
Minme on the inside of JJ Gamers AI. Yep. Ados
Goes
Pitts
for it.
to serve the drive-through.
So Minmay will get that move done. Can Crazy Ferret follow him through? No, he cannot. We'll focus up on... He does get the move done. We'll go back up to the front. Obviously, everyone... Fast dog. Okay. Everyone's still with each other. The only thing is China has already pulled that 1.2 second gap to Maddie. Crazy Ferret gets past JJ Gamer, the AI. And we'll keep going through that. Ados seems very slow here, but that may also just be the fact that he's on tyres.
He did
older
serve the
tyres,
drive-through as
sorry.
well.
He did serve
Slow.
her ass. Okay, whiff.
Yep.
Wait, why are you talking? Why'd I just say that? Goat dog, mega dog.
I couldn't think of a way
My
to say
dog.
it out loud. Oh, we've got an incident. Maddie
where?
and Gangster. Maddie and Gangster, but Mimaz right behind them. I think he got damage from that as well.
That's a big push.
That's exactly what happened
Yep.
just
alright.
before.
So that'll be noted.
Oh,
Minmay,
Maddie.
move. Hold a second.
I think Minmare's got damage. I'm just trying to see. Doesn't look like it, but he's right on the back of Maddie here. Maddie... Oh, doesn't leave any room for Minmare to even think about it. But Minmare's
Maddie
going
will
to go
get
for it.
moved
So is
on on
Maddie.
Gangster. He switches it to none.
What
Gangster's
is-
burning all of his batteries, tries to stay in front. Closes the door on Maddie. That is a very aggressive move there from Gangster. No damage caused so far in that.
Oh, we got Minmare. Minmare going for it.
Minmay, that's great.
On the inside. Leaves enough room on the outside.
Maddie's just going to concede
Crazy
that,
Ferret
yeah.
behind though. Can he go for it on Minmare as well? On the inside of Minmare.
Oh my goodness. Go on, Crazy
What a
Ferret.
straight line there.
Ooh, that is very close to the wall.
Oh.
What is going on? All the clowns behind it, intimidated by the victim, so much they're causing
Oh,
distance.
got Gangster in the wall.
Oh, Gangster's
He locked
in
up
the
all on his own, it looks like.
And that's rear wing damage.
Crazy Ferret. That's on Crazy Ferret.
I
He
did
is
see it.
centered on Minmare and then
Oh,
broken
that's-
Maddie's wing. Maddie's
that
got
didn't hit.
red wing.
Alright,
Crazy Ferret's in the wall.
alright. Alright.
Yeah, that's a situation that I've seen before that I'm not going to mention, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But yeah, they've both got red wings now. It looks like Minmare
To the wall, yeah. That is true.
doesn't
That
have
counts
damage.
again. No, Maddie
Yeah.
has for revenge there, yeah. Crazy Ferret has been retired. That is...
That's a crash. There's,
That is a crash. Is that helped by though?
yes, he did, Dito.
You just take him out. Yep. Alright, well,
They
that's...
both did. Gone crazy for the Ferret. We've got Vettel with a double overtake for P1 though. And then Chrome Dog around the outside of Crosseyes. We've got Tyler looking for it. Where has Vettel and Tyler come from? Oh, Tyler sends it down the inside. Hitting Crosseyes on the way
Side by
through.
side. Could we see a repeat of science? Ah, they're getting very close.
Oh, we do.
I almost whipped that into existence. I'm so sorry. What is going on? We've had clean racing for like 22 laps.
Tyler's pants are brown. Tyler's pants have to be brown after that. SJ is also in. Gangster and Maddie both pit.
We did
But
say safety
Maddie
cars,
is-
breed safety cars. What is going on?
Maddie has gone crazy for the Ferret.
And
This is getting a little bit crazy.
this is getting a little bit crazy. I don't like it. I've lost game audio. Sick.
Uh-oh.
It's happened
You know
again.
what to do. You know what to do.
Never mind. We're good.
Mouth noises. Mouth noises. Oh.
No, the audio's back. There's one
We're almost at 50
camera.
viewers too.
Yeah, no, not happening.
We've got
Do the sounds edge. Not happening.
China around the outside of Sick Party. The two Div 6 drivers coming through, and he gets it done. Wow, that's an insane move. Just taps the wall there. There's damage ahead. I think that's for either SJ or Bucking Bronco.
That is
Sick
Bronco.
Party!
Oh my goodness, Sick Party's almost centered up China.
Oh, almost done a Trump.
But China
Krondog
looks
has
to
one
go
driver
for
of the
it.
day, so that is something that we can announce. No matter where he finishes, he will get driver of the day.
China's going for it on bucking Bronco. It looks like Bronco's got no battery.
We're going to follow
None
this battle.
at all.
Vettel sticking behind Krondog. Krondog chucking in a none. The battery is very interesting between these two. Can we see Mercedes possibly getting a double podium? Can we see McLaren getting a very good recovery from the 1-2 that we saw earlier from Mercedes and actually win the race? But it's going to be very hard for Krondog to do it here. He's going to have to be very smart here. Everyone is on none out of that top 4.
They're all trying to save the battery to get each other down the big straight. Tyler goes a little bit deep there.
You got Krondog on, no, you got Krondog on 100. You've got Vettel on 100. You've got Cross Eyes on 70. You've got Tyler on 70.
Whoa! Sick Party has hit the wall and almost hit China and Bronco.
Has he got wing damage? No, he does not. But we'll keep an eye on China and Bronco.
Not too sure.
Bronco having that wing damage. Can he keep the P6? He needs to stay in SJ's DRS here. The fans are cheering, watching the drivers come through. It is 8 tenths. Krondog is pushing. Vettel is pushing. Cross Eyes is pushing. Tyler is pushing. Can we see Krondog pull off a masterclass here and actually hold the lead? 7 tenths. It is going to be very close. He needs to burn everything down this straight. Vettel's burning everything. Cross Eyes is burning everything. Tyler's burning everything. I wish I had my cameras where I could watch the grid, because this is going to be a very interesting finish here. Cross Eyes is out of DRS. Vettel
He doesn't have it.
will burn all the way down the straight, but what will
Vettel's
it be?
not going to get it.
Vettel will
Tyler's
not get it. Krondog wins.
close.
Vettel wins.
He doesn't get it.
Cross Eyes wins. Tyler almost
Oh, look at
gets
this battle.
China goes for P6.
China gets Bronco.
Gets the move done. China steals
Oh.
P6.
Wow.
That is a very close finish.
What a race. Not just the end there, but the whole race.
The whole race has been
Very,
gravy.
very spicy.
Also, I want to point out, I called it. 75% of the group finished.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome.
You said that it would be 15 left, so...
Yep.
Liar.
Well, I said 75%. That's close enough. Cling Doglet.
Yeah, right
Got
now.
it, let's go.
And Maddie.
Maddie steals fastest lap for P12. Panic, thank you for the subs.
Where's mine?
That is a sub to Illyrian, Duggar, Daniel T, JJ, Woofer, Meowsy, Big Ash, Ski, Sammy, and Cross Eyes. That was a race. That definitely
was a race, and we've got a lot of races. We are a racing league, so not too surprisingly, we've got races.
Yeah, but I think that is the best race we've had for how close the finish was this season. I don't think we've had a closer finish between the top. I'm going to say a few. Alright. Let me just do my thing.
Gold says a lot of pins for crossing the pit entry.
Well,
so
again, we're going to get clarification on that, but there may be some pens coming our way. I have actually just received the clip, so I'm happy to... I will review that before everything goes in. Timer
so I'll get these guys in.
Yeah, if you want to get them in, I'm just doing provisionals.
Krondog, Vettel, Cross Eyes.
We will run through the order in a moment. I just wanted to get the provisionals, then we're good. Alright, so running through the order, we have Krondog in first, Vettel in second, Cross Eyes in third, Tyler in fourth, SJ in fifth. And we have China P6, Bucking Bronco P7, Sick Party P8, Minmay P9, Ados P10, JJ Gamer P11, Maddie P12, Gangster P13,
Crazy Ferret 3 laps down classifies P14. So he will get that. Demino P15, TMT, MSG Overloaded, and Drifts. Those bottom 4 have all DNF'd. So that'll be very interesting to see what comes out of that. And we've already seen a couple things that I didn't want to see. Nice. Wonderful. All right, let's get the boys in. We'll have some interviews. We'll try to keep it a bit short tonight because obviously people do want to. It is a Monday, and we are coming up closer to Easter. And I do want to wish everyone a happy Easter. We are still racing over that, so you will see some races. But before then, we do have Div 6 tomorrow night at Azerbaijan, followed by Div 3 on Wednesday. All right, we have our drivers in. Let's start with P3 in Crosseyes. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm alive.
That's a good start. That's especially after that race. Mate, do you want to walk us through the start of the race and what we saw there?
It was a bit tentative, really, with the wet and all. I think a lot of people were smart about it and realised it's a long race and not to send it first corner, first lap, which was really good to see. But from there, I felt like the first few guys, when the rain stopped, I think they went that one lap too early, because it was still slippery out there on those slicks. So, from there, I was just trying to find a rhythm and stay away from the walls. And that last safety car helped me because Roan took off. And safety car brought me back in, and bit of a tussle with Tyler at the end there, which could have went very badly, but game's game.
Yeah, what was funny about that tussle was as you were doing that, I was mentioning how are we going to get a response? Are we going to get a repeat of Sainz and Perez? And you almost did it exactly the same way.
Yeah, I tried. I saw him coming across, but it was only so far towards the wall I could go. And luckily, he's felt the touch and turned a bit left and sort of cleared me. So, I think he might have thought he passed me, like a full pass. So,
yeah,
bit of an incident,
Yeah, I think that's fair to say that it was racing. Although it was caught on stream, but that was very good racing from what we saw you and Tyler at the end there. Were you ever
some
worried
good racing
about...
all around.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, were you ever worried about sort of the Mercedes behind you after that first safety car?
I was worried about Vettel. I didn't know where Tyler was until I actually stopped focusing on the walls and looked at the mini-map. So Vettel was the main thing because he was rapid all day. So honestly, to finish in decent points, I was pretty happy with. Anything more than that was a bonus.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll pass you over to Whiff for any lasting comments from the Kickstarter TP.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Living.
Living.
Yeah, looks like a good race from you there, mate. Edge pretty much answered all of my questions. We saw that the two Mercedes kind of hit the walls when they were a million miles ahead. Did you maybe have an engineer telling you that, and you were kind of thankful for that, or
I was solo tonight, so I was listening to my own thoughts, which was terrifying. But yeah, no, they were 6 seconds ahead, I think, and then I looked at Crone Dog in front of me and it said P2 instead of P3, and I'm like, what happened there? Poked my eyes down to my phone, which had the stream on it, and saw he was pitting for a new wing. So I don't know what happened. Is what it is. Like, I don't know if they were battling on it, which if they were, someone's not going to be happy. So.
I think it was just a bit of a skill issue there. I think they were swapping around a little bit, and then Tyler just hit the wall. But yeah, I mean, it helped your race. But yeah, good race, mate, and congrats on the podium.
Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely good performance there from the Haas. Some good points in regards to that. We'll move over to P2, going to the regular podium scorer in Vettel. Some words of encouragement coming from your engineer. Do you want to tell us what happened with the wall, mate?
Vettel and Tyler. He's just muted himself.
That's fine.
Just get it talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Great insight there from the Mercedes driver at the moment.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. I can confirm I did not hit a wall. It was all Tyler. It wasn't pretty. But yeah, it was, as you said, a bit of a skill issue. I know there was some words that wouldn't be appropriate on stream that were said, and but no, I'm a regular podium scorer and I'm loving it. Great division so far. I know there was some incidents in the back. Actually, I got sent on by a few people, which I don't think was necessary, but good race overall. Pit stops were great. I think for the start, when we were all inters, I pitted a lap later than everyone. I pitted a lap later and Tyler pitted 2 laps later, and that was perfect. Obviously, with us two working together through lap 9 through to 15, and then Tyler had that moment. But no, we had a great race. We had a very stressful last few laps. So congratulations to Cross-Eyes and Crone. You guys did very well, very clean. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I will pass you over to Whiff for any questions.
How's it going, Vettel? Yeah. You said that you didn't hit a wall, but when that safety car came out, you went from P1 to P3. What happened there?
So I think it was no, hang on. It was a few laps after we pitted onto hards. I'm not going to say the name, but someone did send it down on me on turn 3 when they're not supposed to. It's not a turn where you can go too wide. And so from that, we had a little crash. I don't know if it was on stream, but I did break. I got the left end plate of my wing gone. And then obviously when the safety car came out, I went to fix my wing, and that's what caused the Cross-Eyes and Crone to overtake me in the pits.
Right. So you did get damaged, just not from what we thought it was.
No. Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, apart from that, it looks like a pretty good race. It looked like it was in the bag for the most part, but yeah, these things happen. Merc in the mud kind of stuff.
Calm down.
But yeah, no, good race, mate. And
thank you.
Podium.
Congrats, Crone Duck.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, we will pass it on to our driver of the day, Crone Dog. Mate, driver of the day performance, how do you feel?
I didn't even know I was driver of the day, to be honest.
I should also mention the winner today, Crone Dog. I will mention that. So congrats, man. But yeah, no.
Nice.
Congrats on driver of the day, voted by the chat. Panic's also gifted 10 subs, and unfortunately, you didn't get one of them.
That's always the way.
Yeah, he gave one to Mercedes though, so I mean, that's fine.
He loves everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. But walk us through that race, because obviously we saw at one point you were about, I think it was 5 seconds down on the 2 Mercedes boys who were P1, P2. And
yes.
Then after the safety car, you came out in front of them. So do you want to walk us through the feeling and that elation of crossing that line first?
I mean, it was great. Really enjoyed having another win for this season. So that's points needed for the team. So good to do that. Yeah, that 5 being Vettel having being 5 seconds in front of us between me and Cross-Eyes. Saw that, and Marzy's like, "I'll see if you work with him." And I already, I think, just before that, maybe like half a lap, I already thought that Cross-Eyes was kind of working with me already. So yeah, I felt like I was faster in sector 2, and he had the faster straight line speed. So yeah, we just kept swapping and changing. Felt like we were catching him pretty
comfortably. So I wasn't too worried about that. The rain, I wasn't too worried about at the start. Because had some practice. Did one practice during the week in wet with Thunderballs. Thank you very much. I don't know why, but my setup felt really comfortable in the wet. So it's made it a little bit easier to manage. And at the start, I could have tried to make a pass on Crosseyes, but I was like, no, just hang in there. And if gap does break out and we start losing the DRS, then I would pass. But then obviously the weather dried up and conditions changed, and like Crosseyes was saying, I think we probably pitted a lap too early. It was still very slippery, skittish on the exits, especially in sector 2. Probably because low speeds and whatnot. But it was pretty good. The safety car was like a blessing, getting onto mediums. But at the same point, I was still feeling very comfortable on those hards. But I wasn't expecting the second one, so I was a bit nervous on that one.
Yeah, thanks for the insight. But that was really good. We obviously did see there was a bit of chaos in the final few laps, but obviously no safety car, so that kind of threw out the race a bit. But congrats on the win again, and I'll pass you over to Whiff.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. You said that you did some practice in the wet, which obviously would have gone your way. And you said that the safety car was also a blessing, so it really seemed to have gone your way tonight. I didn't really see you come through the field until you had already come through the field. When were all those?
Sorry, no one expects me to go through the field.
Was it the safety car or the wet, or when did they happen?
It was during the wet. There were some early moves at the start. I feel like first, just off the start, I feel like I got 2 or 3 places. So that was a good little pick me up. Got in front of SJ. I think SJ was 2 places ahead of me. I think he was 7th, I was 9th, or maybe it was the other way around. Either way, I got the places back, and then just worked from there. Seemed to be able to keep up with the top 5. I think I was in 6th or 7th, and then just kept with those guys. And then once we pitted, I think there was a few guys having issues on the hards, but I was feeling pretty comfortable on them, and just started making headway through the pack early on, and later on when they started making their pit stops. I think even Crosseyes was saying I wasn't expecting to be coming out of the pits in front of Vettel. That was a massive shock.
Yeah, just seemed to have gone your way the whole night, really. But the Vettel wing damage would have helped you as well, getting him in the pits. But,
definitely.
Yeah, good race, mate, and congrats on the win and driver of the day.
Cheers. I just want to thank the McLaren team for this week's practice. It was really good. I want to thank Vettel and Crosseyes. I think it was a really clean race from everyone. Obviously right up until those safety cars, but it was brilliant from the boys tonight. So everyone should be really happy getting across the line, finishing the race.
Yeah, well, there's your shout-outs.
All right. Notice some shout-outs to the engineers, but that's pretty. That's a good interview that we've had there, and a good race all in all. I think we'll close it off on that. However, so I just do want to say a shout-out again to our sponsors, Speed Nation in NZ and SynLab and Pagnian and AI369. Be sure to check out all of them when you can. Thank you for tuning in to Div 5 Azerbaijan. Whiff, do you have any final comments or anything like that?
Just make sure to tune in tomorrow for Division 6, and then on Wednesday for Division 3, and then next week I believe we are at Austria for 100%. So
That is a good point.
yeah,
So we'll see our
looking forward to that
next
one.
short quali as well. So that'll be the next time we have
One
one
shot.
shot.
Yep.
So that'll be very good to watch. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And as some people say, Auf Wiedersehen.